As he's here and he's bugging me just to say good morning. We do
Oh,
have
Freddie.
He wants
Hey,
to say hi to
Freddie.
everybody.
Hi, Freddie.
Very good. Pup.
All right. Now, hopefully he will be well behaved and right there beside me. I know it, Roberto, as you might have learned from our session yesterday, generally you like to have them out of sight and out of sound.
Exactly. You said that yesterday. No kids and no dogs.
That's right. He is pretty chill in all cases anyway.
Hey, we have a good crowd. Are we live already?
We are live,
Yeah.
but it's okay. We're just waiting around for people to gather in. They're bringing their lunches and stuff like that, I hope.
Uh-oh.
Oh, are we supposed to eat?
No.
Allowed to eat? No, I'm just kidding.
And just to remind you, the
I
purpose...
am seriously worried because I see lots of names of people
Yes.
I know. So
to put you at ease, Roberto, remember that the purpose of what we're doing right here, right now,
it's
is
having
simply to entertain people while they're having their lunch, or if you're having your afternoon, evening coffee,
fun. Yeah.
or Guinness, which
No,
will
no
come
Guinness
shortly for me.
now.
And Roberto, don't forget you have to answer in the form of a question.
Okay, right.
That's right.
Oh,
Give a
yeah.
few more minutes for people to come in.
Freaking worried.
It's funny because you're talking to Roberto as if he's the only one who hasn't seen this TV show. Remember, I didn't grow up in the States, right? So
That's right. That's right. Well, hopefully you did get a
Luis,
chance
I
to...
had no idea. You've never seen Jeopardy either?
look, the very first time I heard about Jeopardy was because of the Watson. If you remember that LotusSphere many years ago.
Yeah. That's right. Watson on Jeopardy. And I think he won, of course.
Hold on. I remember what David said yesterday. I need a piece of paper and a pen for the last question.
Yes,
Be back
please
in a
do
minute.
recall you need a piece of paper.
Let me get my pen.
And now Roberto is going to go to the library 2 blocks from his house.
Oh my gosh. There's 44 people online.
Now, consider this. If you were sitting in one of the session rooms,
I'd be drunk.
44 people is nothing. So, yeah.
I'd have at least 3 beers down.
Well, we're going to invite you, Helen, to do one of the demos on the next product launches, which is usually a couple of thousand.
I do much better in the background, actually.
Well, the beauty of when you're doing it online like this is, other than if you didn't see that number, which is up to 42 now and growing.
7.
If it weren't that you didn't see that number, we're just in a room together.
Okay.
Whether there's just the 4 of us that are hanging out, and we've got the sergeant at arms with his nice black screen there to help out. So when something goes wrong, we've got things covered.
Oh my gosh. Nervous.
Oof is suggesting red wine could be a good idea, so I can't get drunk
I'll take
and
a
maybe I
bottle.
guess some question.
I'll take a whole bottle. Yeah,
Well,
Hey, Helen, it's 5 p.m. somewhere.
that's right.
now
That
it's
is
6
correct.
p.m. here, so it's
There
past
you
my
go.
time.
Okay.
Y'all feel good?
Yep.
Got a glass of water by you. You got your pen and paper handy.
Yep.
Well, let's see how we can do. And, you know, the fun thing with this is there have certainly been trivia games that we've had associated with these all the time. And this is just an opportunity to kind of go back and do one of those. And if we do well, that'll be great. And if we don't, that's okay. This is one of the things we get an opportunity to kind of exercise and stretch ourselves as we work through these things online instead of in person. I'm going to get us started if that's all right with you.
Right.
Okay.
This is Please welcome today's contestants. We have an operations manager from Chicago, Illinois, USA, Helen Mendoza. Senior consultant from Milano, Italy, Roberto Boccadoro. Senior global director from South Florida, Luis Guirigay. And coming to you from Woodinville, Washington, USA, I am your host, David Hablewitz. You're used to seeing me as the one asking all the questions, typically at Ask HCL session. And this time you've noticed we don't have an Ask HCL because of the logistics that are really involved in that. We agreed that, you know, there's really no good way to do this online. So we're taking you to the other side of the table. I'll be answering all, I will have all the answers today. So with that, I'm going to cover a few of the rules here, just so everyone is aware. One, when I'm reading the clue, please wait to buzz in until I have finished reading the clue or until the clue has finished playing. And contestants at this time, would you all please test your buzzers?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Great. And make sure that I can hear you well so that I catch who is first. Thank you. Well, first, let me introduce you to the categories. And to do that, and do not be offended by the characters that they provide in the website. That's just who they are. Our categories are low-hanging code, notable people, by the numbers, freeware, keystrokes, other stuff. I would like to start with Helen to choose our first clue.
Let's go low-hanging code for 200, please.
This was the only programming language you used if you created databases in Notes R3.
Buzz.
Roberto.
What is formula language?
Awesome. What is formula language? Roberto.
I will go notable people for 100.
This Lotus alumni also worked at Microsoft as Chief Technical Office from 2005 to 2010.
Buzz.
Luis.
Who is Ray Ozzy?
Excellent.
Gave the wrong person their money.
Hey, you're taking my money away.
Money to Roberto.
You gave it to
Did
me.
I? Oh my goodness. Thank you. You know what? They are out of order. I had changed the order and they changed back. So let me correct that. And come over here.
No, mine was 200.
Yours was 200.
And
Thank you.
Luis 100.
Is that 100? There we go. All right. I'm glad that somebody here knows what they're doing. Luis, you get to choose the next square.
Freeware by 200.
A handy utility to examine the hidden data in a database.
Buzz.
Roberto,
What is NoteSpeak?
what is NotesPeak?
No, it's you made a spelling mistake. It's called P-E-E-K.
With E-E.
No,
Yes, you
not
are. You are.
P-E-A-K.
But you don't get any extra points for that. No extra money, but well
No,
said.
I'm just a bugger. You know me. So
Oh, well, you do get to pick the next clue.
so the next clue, let's try other stuff for 300.
Other stuff for 300. This bar was frequented for karaoke by LotusSphere attendees.
Oh my God.
Luis,
What is kimonos?
what is kimonos? Well done.
I know because somebody told me about it. Never been there.
No,
You were never
been
there. That's right.
No.
Exactly. So
And you don't sing either.
well, that I know for sure. So let's go for low-hanging code for 300.
Low-hanging code for 300. Simple, formula, and LotusScript.
Buzz,
Roberto,
what are the notes programming languages?
eh,
What language?
Luis,
What languages can you use in a view?
incorrect.
Oh,
Helen, do you want to make a guess? The answer is, what are agents? So back to Roberto, right?
No, Luis was
Luis,
selecting.
last one to have asked. Thank you.
let's go for notable people for 200.
Notable people for 200. This unorthodox Jeopardy player beat the top players Ken Jennings and Brad Reuter to win $1 million. I'm sorry. You should know this guy. Who is IBM?
Oh, talk about him. Jeez.
Luis,
By the numbers for 200.
the maximum number of servers permitted in a domino cluster.
Buzz. Buzz.
Helen.
Buzz. Buzz.
Helen,
Oh, sorry. I couldn't see my line. 6. What is 6?
what is 6?
I'll take by the numbers for 300, please.
The transmission control protocol and user datagram protocol registered for exclusive use by Domino.
Buzz,
Roberto.
what is an RPC?
Oh, I'm sorry. Incorrect.
It sounds more like a certification exam. I'm going to take this question.
What is port
Oh,
1352?
of course.
TCP and UDP. We never see those
Port.
spelled out.
I confused the port with the, okay.
All right. Ask again.
Nerve-wracking up here.
But this is fun. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Who is my last asker now? See, I get lost in this too.
Ellen, I think.
That's
Okay,
right.
so I'm going to go with notable people for 300, please.
Notable people for 300. Ben Stein, Jason Alexander, and Neil Armstrong, and John Cleese. Luis.
Who were some of the opening OGS session speakers?
Correct. Luis, choose the tile.
Low-hanging code for 400.
Category is killing me.
This coding method was first available in Domino 8.5. Luis,
I have an app, by the way, right?
I see that. You're doing well.
What is XPages?
What is XPages? Yes. Take it away. Pick a tile.
Freeware for 300.
This notes-based utility is used to troubleshoot connecting to a Domino server or anything listening on a particular port, for that matter.
Buzz,
Roberto.
what is nping?
Yes. What is nping? I am going to pause here for a moment. I'd like to go around the board and introduce our guest a little more carefully here. Helen. I would like to ask you now, you work at, what's the company that you work at?
I work at Newlyweds Foods in Chicago.
And what does Newlyweds Foods do?
We manufacture food ingredients, mostly breadings, coating mixes, seasonings, and dry rubs, and liquid marinades. We sell our products to food processors who finish the product and then sell it to restaurants or final end restaurants or grocery stores.
Wow, who would have thought? Now, your hobby, you like to scuba dive. Have you had a chance to get any diving in since COVID started, or where was you dive?
Yeah, we had a trip planned in May. There's 10 of us that go and we rent these houses and it's wonderful. We're actually going to go back to Mexico this year, but the whole trip got canceled, the flight, the hotel, the house, everything. So couldn't do it.
Well, you'll just have to do your diving virtually for now, right?
That's right.
And Roberto, from Milano, Italy. Yeah, tell us, where do you work?
I work at a small company I have with two friends. We're called ELD Engineering. We are doing consulting on all the various HCL software in collaboration space.
Now, I understand you're an astronomer.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with an astrologer, but you actually look at the stars and things. Have you had a chance to watch a solar eclipse?
No, actually, that's the only, well, no and yes, depends. A total solar eclipse, no. And it's actually my big regret. It's the only major astronomical events I didn't have a chance to see in my life. I've seen annular eclipses, partial eclipses, moon eclipses, the transit of Mercury and of Venus on the disk of the sun. I've seen everything except a solar eclipse. Though my mother said to me that she made me watch it, but I was 2 years old, so I don't have any memory of that.
And that started your love for astronomy. You know, they say that the difference between a partial eclipse and a solar eclipse is like the difference between day and night.
It is.
Now, there is one coming up. There is one coming up in the United States. It'll be crossing the southern United States here in another year or two.
Yeah, I know.
Any chance you might make that trip?
Depends. I don't know. Depends on the pandemic, on if I got
there is that. Well,
money enough or whatever. We're actually now canceling all our observation, all our events, because we simply can't go out.
Well, hopefully you will get that opportunity, because as I experienced just a few years ago, as we had the total eclipse over here that streaked across from Oregon all the way across the country, that was really a phenomenal experience.
Yeah, I know some friends of mine went there and I saw the videos and the picture. It's amazing.
Thank you. Luis.
Yes.
Your job. I like your title. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
So my title or my job extended a little bit over the last couple of months, but my primary role is to manage the global technical advisors team. And you guys know all these people, they are basically very deep technical folks that help our customers before and after they buy our products, right? Before, make sure that, everything works, make sure that they can see demos, make sure that they can test our solutions. And after, running programs like Project 11, where we help customers to upgrade to Domino 11, help customers deploy same time, connections, DX, everything. So that's my primary job. And in addition to that, and as I'm now co-managing the Software Academy program for digital solutions. That's, two of the multiple things I'm working on at HCL.
You've got your hands full there, but I think when you're not at work, you're also liking to do a lot of do-it-yourself projects, or you're traveling with your family. I'm guessing that the travel with your family has been curtailed?
Yeah, traveling is in the parking lot right now for obvious reasons, but DIY projects, I love it. I have done electricity work. I have installed sprinkler systems. I have done stone walls in my house. The only thing I wasn't able to do was a pool because I needed a special contractor permit, but I would have done it. After I saw how they did it, I can do the next one.
So what was the biggest fail that you had in one of these do-it-yourself projects?
Actually, quite a few, because you never do it right the very first time, right? So I'm guessing that installing a stone wall and not realizing I had to put on a special drywall in the middle. So I'm expecting that anytime now that whole thing's going to fall apart. But hey, it's 1 year so far, so maybe it will never happen.
Awesome. Well, thank you all. And now we know a little bit more about all our contestants today. Now let's pick back up on the game. I'll get back and share my screen. Sharing. Continue on that. And
it was me, I guess.
yes, it was NPing.
Strange category. I'll try it. Keystrokes for 200.
This keyboard combination interrupts the notes client and returns control to the user. Luis,
Control-Shift-Break.
repeat that.
What is Control-Shift-Break?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Incorrect. What is control break? Control break.
Can I say that I run Mac and in Mac is the other way? No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember.
You can say that. Roberto, pick again.
Other stuff for 400.
Originally recorded by The Click, this band made this popular song in the 80s. And let me play it for you.
That's the IM commercial.
Buzz?
Helen.
Who is REM?
Yes. Helen, pick square.
Let's go back to keystrokes for 300, please.
This two-key keyboard combination will display object properties. Roberto.
Alt-Enter. What is Alt-Enter?
Thank you. I did that on the wrong person.
Yeah, thank you
I'll
for
fix
giving me
that. See, they're out of order. When I built it, they were in different orders. So that was the 400, right? And you get 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I do that right? You had 6, 5. Oh, no, wrong. Thank you for your patience. Next
I
time.
feel like somebody stole from me. No, just kidding.
I'm gonna go with notable people for 400.
This CollabSphere 2020 speaker was among the first IBM champions to be awarded Lifetime Champion in 2016.
But
Roberto got it.
who is Theo Ezelmans?
Yes, and I'll give you the right credit this time. Next square.
Next square, freeware for 400.
This free Domino add-on tracks the frequency and duration of a server is down. Oh, yeah, you might not know this is what is mean time between failures, or MTBF.
Yeah, I know what is the MTBF concept, not that there was a tool named like after it. Anyway,
Well, you get to pick the next tile, Roberto.
let's take other stuff for 200.
It was rumored this space movie made a play on the name of the company that once owned Notes.
Beep. No. Beep.
Helen,
What is 2001 Space Odyssey?
yes.
Correct. How
That was
IBM.
That is correct. HAL, IBM, that's right. Helen, go ahead, pick a square.
Let's see. Buy the numbers for 400, please.
This on-disk structure, or ODS, was the first released version to support databases over 64 gigabytes.
Beep.
Helen.
What is 43?
No.
Buzz.
Roberto.
What is 51?
51.
No.
No. Okay.
What is ODS 52?
Oh, gosh, we got them across the board. What is
Oh,
ODS
yeah.
53? 53, the latest. Yes, yes. All right, let's bring it back to, I believe, Helen was asking the question, right?
Yeah, so let's swipe up that keystrokes for 400, please.
Keystrokes for 400. These are revealed by holding Control-Shift while clicking the View Go To.
Buzz.
Roberto.
What are hidden views?
What are hidden views? Correct. Roberto, pick a tile.
By the numbers 500. Let's play it.
This version of Notes had 13 point releases, more than any other version. Oh, we should know this. It's R5, 5.0.13. All right, Roberto.
Okay. By the numbers 100. Make it maybe it's easier.
16, 17, 20, 41, 43, 48, 51, 52, and 53.
Buzz,
Helen,
what is ODS?
what is ODS? Or what
What
are
are ODSs?
All right, I'm going to pause here for a moment and we need to take a break here and talk about our sponsors, brought to you by Crossware, Pan Agenda, Fora Group, 3/3 Collaboration, HCL Software, We4It, Prominic, Team Technology, Ytria, OpenNTF, Workplace, On, ATS, and Teamcentric. Thank you. Coming back to our game. Now you may ask your question or pick your tile. That was Helen, I believe, right?
Yes. Let's go big. Other stuff 500, please.
Other stuff for 500. This user group event was held in Las Vegas, was the first time they announced the first IBM champions. Oh, what is Packlug? Packlug, Pacific Lotus user group. Oh, pick another tile, Helen.
I'm going to go keystrokes for 500, please.
Keystrokes for 500. Displayed on workplace icons as a result of holding down the Shift key and selecting the menu option View, Show Server Names. Oh, what is database file name? Database file name. It's actually a toggle that goes between the server name and the file name, and then nothing again.
Never use the workspace.
Helen, choose another tile, please.
Okay, let's go low-hanging code for 500, please.
Oh, code.
Until this feature was added in R4, a developer could add their name to local domain servers to gain access to a database. Luis.
What is full access administration?
No. Anyone?
Oh, R4. Yeah, sorry.
What is user type in access control lists? User type. Before that, you could specify a server or a person or a group or anything and give it that access, whether it was that type or not. I believe we're still on Helen.
Okay, let's knock out notable people for 500.
Notable people. In 2018, this IBM champion and avid photographer captured this photo bomb, and the picture is covered up. Let me unhide that. Oh, I know he's in the audience saying,
Buzz.
Jorg.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you were too late for the buzzer.
It was Jorg.
Jorg, yes, Jorg was the answer. Helen, choose a tile.
Freeware 500, please.
Freeware for 500. Developed by IBM AlphaWorks, this free, lightweight client was an alternative to Lotus Same Time Connect and could read email out loud.
Buzz.
Roberto.
What is Notes Buddy?
What is Notes Buddy? I wish that were back too. That was an awesome tool. If they could take that
I
out,
was using it.
it was
really
so
cool.
sweet. It was. I'll pass that on in the forum sometime. Roberto, pick a tile.
Other stuff.
An IBM marketing campaign involving a tour bus driving around the country.
Buzz.
Luis.
What is Lotus Knows?
What is Lotus Knows? Pick a tile.
Freeware by 100.
This add-on seems to read your mind and tell you where you most likely want to file that email.
Buzz.
Roberto.
What is Swift file?
Swift file, correct. Pick a tile, Roberto.
Keystrokes.
This keyboard and mouse combination will switch to a different view and highlight the same document it was in the previous view.
No idea.
Oh, what is control click? Hold down your control key when you click on the view. And with that, our last tile, Roberto, thank you.
Yeah.
Low-hanging fruit. This software is intended to bring back the power user to create their own low-code applications.
Buzz.
Roberto.
What is Volt?
What is Volt? Well done. And now we are to our final Jeopardy. Now, we're not using the screen for this. I would like you all to write down, the category is other stuff. I would like you to write down how much you are going to wager. Luis, your number is negative.
Yeah, somebody's going to give me money in a few minutes.
Yeah, I feel terrible. I'm going to give you some money there. You have 100 to bet.
See, I told you somebody was going to give me money in a few minutes.
There you go. There you go. We like to keep it interesting. We do. We do. And you all have your numbers written down. The category is other stuff.
Yes. Shall we show?
I have to click. No, you don't have to show anything because we haven't done it yet. I'm going to skip the wagers. I'm going to say, yes, we're skipping. Under the name MW Lug, the first time this conference was held was in this city. All right, now we're going to start with Luis.
So,
Luis, what? Hold up your paper with your answer. If you would read it to us, because I can't quite see it.
so what is Grand Rapids?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. The correct answer is, and I'm looking at our scores, 5-1 and 1,600. The correct answer is, what is Chicago? How much did you bet?
$100.
All right. And now that takes us to Helen. Helen, how much did you bet? I'm sorry, you have the answer is Chicago, and you bet $200. That is correct. We grant you $200. That takes you to 700. Roberto, what is your answer?
I 500, no answer, because it was a typical American event, MW Lug, so I'm
Well
European,
done. Well,
sorry.
yes, and you're still at that typical event, so we will take away $500 if it lets me click on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that leaves you with 1,000, which still leads you as the winner of our first Jeopardy, Domino Jeopardy. Thank you all for playing. Let's get some applause in there. Beautiful. And for our
was fun.
audience,
It doesn't show, but I wrote Chicago. Oh, it doesn't show. I wrote Chicago before, but I do remember Helen and I actually driving together to Grand Rapids from Chicago, and that's what I said. Okay.
well done.
With
Well,
yep.
Well, at that first MW Lug event, I mean, I was across the ocean, so imagine if I can know where it is.
Doesn't matter, Roberto. You have to know. You are supposed to know.
I think they called it granite back then.
Granite.
Yeah, that's what I said. Granite was the very first Granite was in Chicago at the IBM office on Hyatt, right? On Walker.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It was in the IBM offices.
Exactly. And then the first MW log was the one that you and I drove together to Grand Rapids with Ernesto.
That's right. That's right. That was so much fun.
Well,
That
thank
Grand
you
Rapids
all
trip was
for
good.
playing. And next time that we play, we know that this works. Next time we play, we are going to have up for grabs an I am mug. An I am mug.
Very good.
Right.
So David, we don't even get a T-shirt.
I'll send you one.
Nope.
Who
Nope.
gives you a t-shirt? I have like an old I have the R4.
Helen,
There you go.
Helen,
There you go.
I'll send you one of these, okay?
Yeah, I'd love one. I'd love one.
I'm going to glance through what we have, some chat. We want to bring in our audience a little bit on this. Very nice. Thank you. They are having a good time.
No,
Someone
asked-
now,
great.
hold on. Now that is the important question. What did I win?
What did you win?
Yeah, I'm the winner. So what did I win?
You win. Well,
You want a big hug, Matt Newman is going to give it to you.
Okay. Sure. Okay, I can take that.
yes. Well,
Great.
we did have to set this up a little bit last minute. And I didn't get all the prizes and that lined up like I had hoped for. But in the future,
okay.
we will definitely do that. And if the audience, and it seems like by the responses, they did enjoy it. Oh, someone is offering up a $100 Amazon gift. Oh, that is awesome. A gift card. Donna, thank you, Donna. Go ahead, if you would, Donna, and just drop your email address in a private chat to me that I can connect with you for the details that you can make that contribution.
David,
Oh,
there was
yes, Roberto.
this.
As is said in the chat, you win the respect and admiration of your peers that you can come over here and kick two people's butt that live in America at an American game. Well done. We had over 50 attendees in this. And I think at this point now, people are going to go on to your next sessions and that. They'll be getting fired up in about 20 minutes, it looks like. So I hope you all are enjoying the conference. I have
Definitely.
really gotten some great info. In fact, I've been reaching out to other people that I know haven't been here, and I'm looking forward to sharing with them what they're missing, because these are all recorded. We actually will get a chance to see them again later. So if you haven't, go ahead and look back in there and you can see where you can do the replays. They'll get posted again tonight. I
Cool.
think that's it. My
You can-
contestants, I thank you, Helen, Roberto, Luis.
Thank
If
you.
you
It's
want,
been
we're going to
really
hang out
fun.
here for a while until they shut us down, and we can just chat and ramble and
Yes.
keep our 40-plus attendees entertained while we wait for the next session.
David,
I
you did
think-
a really great job, by the way, David.
Yeah,
Thank
Beautiful
you.
job.
definitely,
Beautiful
definitely.
job.
I really don't want to take credit for it. I want to give credit to Toastmasters. That has really been a big benefit for getting comfortable with being in front of a camera or being in front of an audience,
Mm-hmm.
getting rid of the ahs and ums. So I don't do as many ahs and ums. If you had heard my first speech in Toastmasters, you would think that it was a speech about ahs and ums. I was from the Wizard of Oz, I would have expected. So I've gotten much better. And if anybody wants to know more about that, you're welcome to connect with me offline, and I'll tell you where you
Yeah.
can find it. Of course, you can find Google as you want. Those clubs are all working online too.
Yeah.
We get a lot of this kind of interaction because all of our clubs are doing this every week.
Yeah, cool. Whose concept was this? Richard Moy? Yours?
Richard did ask me, and originally I do the Ask HCL. I've been doing the moderator for that recently, and then we didn't get that done because of the logistics involved. So he came back and asked, would I do Jeopardy?
Mm-hmm.
It took me all of 2 seconds to say, yeah. And then I'll figure out how later. And I went and I found a website. This website is okay. There are a couple of other websites that I will probably try out and explore a little more in depth
Mm-hmm.
and use them in the future and look at what other formats we can have. This is fun to have 3 people. If we're doing it in a live audience, there are a lot of things that I can do with this, like teams, making it a team event, and having more engagement with the audience, which is, I would really like to do that.
How
'cause
many
then
people
it's
came
more
up
of
with the questions? How many people came up with the questions? How many of you?
Oh, I reached out directly to a number of people from all around, and a lot of them were things that I had done, I had known, or I had researched. So I do not consider myself a trivia buff, but if you've been working with it for long enough, you kind of know some of this. Now, I got to tell you, I got some really obscure questions and answers from some of these people. Like, there is no way anybody's going to know the answer to that. We're going to have to go into double jeopardy and all of that.
And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, Thomas Hampel gave you a few of those, right?
I did not, for those who, I did not get to ask Thomas. I asked just a handful. I got about 4 or 5 people that I got contributions. I would say about half the questions came from other sources. So, yeah.
Thank God you didn't ask Jason Gary, otherwise the question would have been, what's written in the 17th line of the Notes client code?
Well, I did ask Turtle. And I was like, he was blowing my mind with his answers and questions. I'm like, huh? So a brilliant mind that I could not wrap my hands around with too many rabbits. I'm not sure.
David, send me the names for the technical certification board, and you were in my academy session, so we're asking for those people, right?
Repeat that. You're a little bit far from your mic.
So send me the names of the people that gave you those questions, because as you heard in my previous academy session, we're
Yes.
looking for technical review boards, right?
Yes. I will definitely share that with you. And I'll include my name because I would enjoy being a part of that. I look forward to that. I'm always looking for those opportunities where you can contribute.
Yep.
That's what makes an HCL ambassador. And for those of you who aren't, and you're still online with us, if you don't know about the ambassador program, and you see that a lot of the speakers here this week are ambassadors, they are not speaking because they are ambassadors. They are ambassadors because they are speaking. So if you're really interested and you want to look at what you might get out of being an ambassador, go Google it. There's a website on it that talks about it. Start getting engaged in the community more and looking for opportunities like what Luis is asking, looking for people to do that. jump in there, volunteer, become a part of it, get yourself nominated, and next year you could be getting branded as an HCL ambassador. Well, thank you all. This has really been fun. We're at 10:45. They're going to ask us to get out of the room, so I think they can use it for the next presentation or whatnot like that. Had a lot of fun.
Bye.
Thanks.
It's been really fun.
Guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Bye.